Hi, it's the 2nd of November, plenty of news, quite important stuff in this, and I'll go into the energy and blackouts first. The UK government is drawing up emergency plans to deal with week-long blackouts. So it's gone from it'll only be 4 till 7 Monday to Friday to now they're expecting week-long blackouts. So please read the article. It's pretty much hot off the press last hour or so. UK households apparently face a very, very hard winter, says the National Grid chief. Finland issues a warning on rolling blackouts to avoid large-scale disaster. So every country is going towards rolling blackouts. The energy crisis is chipping away at Europe's industrial might. EU gas prices to remain high for years, according to the Equinor CEO. In Italy, electric car charging is more expensive than the gasoline equivalent. So there you go, the electric cars, looks like it's going to be a Trojan horse. Now a bit of finance. 8 in 10 UK banking customers want to know the carbon impact of their spending. So that will cue the carbon credit and debit cards that will then restrict your purchases. Record central bank buying lifts the global gold demand. So watch what they do, not what they say. And please do your own research on that. Zero Hedge article. There really is no middle class any longer. So the W.EF plan appears to be going along nicely. Enormous emissions gap between the top 1% and the poorest, according to The Guardian. Yeah, we know that. There's a city called the Woven City, W-O-V-E-N, and apparently it's Toyota's living lab, and it's at the base of Mount Fuji. And if you read that article, it sort of gives you a bit of dystopia and what they want to expand to all the big cities in the world. So no thanks. Now food articles. Milk, tea bags and sugar prices are soaring as food bills hit a record high in October in the UK. There's a fear of global food shortage as Ruskies step back from the grain deal with the big U country. And following on from that, wheat prices jump after the Ruskies exit the above grain agreement. Now there's a new bill seeking to unlock gene editing tech, and that's returning to the UK Parliament, which is all about food, and I'm not interested in gene edited crops and food, so it's up to you if you want to. The cost of living crisis in the UK. Apparently 50% of people are left with only £3 per week to live on, and you'll never be able to live on that. Marks and Spencer's is going to hire out clothes to shoppers. So this is the segue into owning nothing and renting everything. And who owns everything that you rent? Let's have a think. The very top. The German state pension is apparently on the verge of collapse, and so that follows on from the UK pensions crisis from a few weeks back. The entry-level house has now become a myth, as few can afford them. More than a third of UK hospitality firms could go bust by next year. I've been mentioning that for quite a while. And finally, AI can speak to animals, and experts warn that humans could use this ability to manipulate wild species. And when I was reading through the article, it just reminded me of the book and TV series Zoo by Stephen King. So please pass this on to as many as you can, and I'll see you on the next one.